On today's quiz, you were given, you might even be able to read this. I can read it pretty well on the monitor here, but I'm not sure when you get the compressed version that it's going to be that clear. But it's a spring length versus load. Just like the experiment we did last time, we measure the spring length here versus the load. And actually it looks like this graph is labeled backwards. Somebody was careless when they made up this, and I don't want to say who. Okay, so we're going to fit a straight line, and then we're going to attempt to obtain the equation of the straight line. So let's look at what we get. Okay, here we have a straight line fit to the data. A reasonably good fit. We'll zoom back a little bit so we can see it. So that the straight line is plausibly the best line that comes as close on the average to the data points. Now, we identify the points 2, 8 and 823 on that line. Those are the points that we're going to use to obtain our model. And then the rest is fairly straightforward. Having those points, we substitute them into the form y equals mx plus b. The 8 will be an x, the 23 will be a y, and we're going to get this equation. And then substituting 2, 8, we get this equation. Having these two equations, we simply subtract them, and b goes away, and we end up with 15 equals 6m. And that's fairly easy to solve for m. When we solve for m, we get, that should read m equals 2.5, not x equals 2.5. That's an error, so make yourself a note. That should be m equals 2.5. It's going to show up in your notes also, the notes that have been posted on the internet. Now, when we have m equals 2.5, we substitute that in for m into, okay, we bring this back into this equation, bring it around here, and it's going to substitute for m. Again, it's not x, it's m. So it's 2 times 2.5 plus b, and that's going to be equal to 8. We immediately get b equals 3. Let's look at that. Now, having obtained b equals 3 and m equals 2.5, b equals 3, we put that into the original form, y equals mx plus b, and we get y equals 2.5x plus 3. And that's all there is to obtaining a linear model in a situation like this.